Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Fluent Ingo. Let me ask you a question. Do you brush your teeth once a year for 5 hours? No, of course not. You brush them every day, just a little, maybe 2 minutes, but you do it again and again and again. Learning English is the same. You don't need to study for 5 hours in one day. It's better to study a little bit every day. That's what consistent practice is all about. Let me explain. Consistent means you do something again and again every day. Not only when you feel good, you do it often, you do it regularly. That is consistent. So, in today's episode, I will show you how this daily practice, how this consistent practice can completely change the way you speak. Are you ready? Let's begin. So, why is this consistent practice, this daily practice, important? Here is reason number 1. Your brain learns from repetition. That means doing the same thing many times. When you hear a sentence many times, your brain remembers it. Second, practice makes it automatic. At first, speaking English is slow. You stop, you think, you translate. But if you practice every day, your mouth learns what to say. You speak faster. You feel more free, right? Third, you feel more confident. It means you believe in yourself. You're not afraid. You can try. When you practice English every day, your confidence grows step by step. So, let's remember a little every day is better than a lot once a month, okay? This is the power of consistent practice, and this is how you start to transform your English, to change your English, okay? Not in one big day, but in small steps every single day. Okay, so as I have said in previous episodes, even 10 to 15 minutes a day can help you grow. But you may ask, okay, Mohammed, what should I do in those 15 minutes? Let me give you 5 simple things. You can choose one, or you can do more if you want. First, listen to English. That's really important. You can listen to one short podcast or audio. Choose something for English learners. It can be a story, a short talk, or a daily conversation. You don't need to understand everything. Just listen and try to catch some words. You can listen while walking, cleaning, or making tea. Here is the second thing you can do. Shadow a short sentence. Shadowing means you listen to one sentence and say it at the same time, like an echo, like a shadow, okay? You copy the speaker. We have several episodes in this channel for shadowing practice. This helps you with speaking, pronunciation, and rhythm. You learn how native speakers talk. Start with short sentences. For example, I'm going to the shop. Now say it with me. I'm going to the shop. Okay, great. So you say it with the speaker again and again, and soon it will feel easy to say. Okay, here is the third thing you can do. Read a short story or news article. Choose something simple. It can be one short story or one short news piece. Read slowly, okay? If you see a new word, try to guess the meaning. If it's difficult, look it up in a dictionary, okay? But don't stop too much. Try to enjoy the reading. Reading helps you see new words and sentence patterns. Here is the fourth thing you can do. Write one paragraph in English. You don't need to write a lot. Just 3 to 5 sentences is enough. Write about your day. What did I do today? Or write your plans. What will I do tomorrow? This helps you practice grammar and vocabulary, and it helps you express your thoughts in English. For example, today I went to the park. I saw my friend. We had coffee. It was sunny. All right, here is the final thing you can do in 10 to 15 minutes. Talk to yourself out loud. Yeah, talk to yourself in English. You can do this at home. No one needs to hear you. Just speak out loud about what you were doing. For example, I'm making breakfast. I'm putting on my shoes. I'm going to work. This helps you think in English, okay? It helps you feel more comfortable speaking. Okay, so you practice English today. You listen to a podcast, you read a short story, you write 5 sentences, and then what happens? Do you suddenly speak English like a native speaker? No, but something small does happen. Let's break it down.
ثانية واحدة، تعرف إن 90% من طلابنا قدروا يتكلموا اللغة الإنجليزية بعد 3 شهور بس؟ أكتر من 1,800,000,000 شخص حول العالم بيتكلموا اللغة الإنجليزية. مش نفسك تبقى واحد منهم؟ في كورس فلوينت إنجو بنساعدك إنك تكسر حاجز الخوف وتتكلم اللغة الإنجليزية في 3 شهور بس، وده من خلال محاضرة أسبوعية على تطبيق زوم. ومش بس كده، معاك مدرس مخصوص كل يوم على مدار الأسبوع بيتواصل معاك عن طريق واتساب أو من خلال مكالمة أو من خلال فيديو كول، وكل مهمته إن هو يخليك تمارس اللغة الإنجليزية يوميا. وبخصم 50% على أول 100 طالب هتقدر تحقق حلمك وتتكلم اللغة الإنجليزية بطلاقة. يلا مستني إيه؟ رابط الحجز هتلاقيه في الوصف أو في أول تعليق.
After one day of practice, you feel happy. You feel like, yeah, I did something today. Maybe you learn one new word. Maybe you understand one short sentence better. It's small, but it's real. So, for example, you listen to someone say, "How's it going?" Now you remember it means, "How are you?" Just one small step, but it's a step forward. After 1 week of practice, you have gone 7 days in a row. Okay? Every day you listened, you read, you wrote, you spoke. Your brain starts to feel more comfortable with English. You remember more. You stop translating every word in your head. Gradually, step by step, you start to guess meanings, and you are often correct. Sometimes you're wrong, but that's okay. For example, you see the sentence, "I'm heading to the store." You didn't learn this before, but you understand from context. Ah, it means I'm going to the store. And this is real progress. Now, after 1 month of practice, your brain is used to English. It feels familiar. You know more words, you say things a little bit faster. You don't need to look at the dictionary all the time. Okay? That's real learning. Of course, you feel shy in the beginning. You're afraid to make mistakes, but every time you speak a little, write a little, you feel stronger. You start to say, "I can do this. I am learning. I'm not perfect, but I'm improving." And that's real confidence. It doesn't come in one day. It grows slowly, like a plant, but it grows. So let me help you with some simple tips. These ideas can help you stay on track. They will make daily practice easy. First, use a calendar or checklist. Make a simple chart or table. Write the days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then write what you did. I listened to a podcast. I read a story. I shadowed a sentence. When you see your progress, you feel proud and you want to keep going. Second, set a timer for 10 or 15 minutes. Sometimes we think, "I have no time today." Yeah, that's right, but you do have 10 minutes, don't you? Set a timer on your phone. Tell yourself, "I will practice for just 10 minutes. That's all." When the timer ends, you can stop. Or maybe you feel good and want to do more. Third, pick the same time every day. Try to make English part of your daily routine. Choose a time that works for you. Some people practice in the morning, some people practice at night. Some do it on the train or while walking. If you do it at the same time each day, it becomes like a habit, like brushing your teeth. And here is the final point, which is really important. Make practice easy and fun. Okay? Choose things you like. Don't force yourself to read boring things. If you enjoy cooking, read a recipe in English. If you like travel, watch a short travel video. If you love music, try singing a song in English. Also, keep your tools ready. Save a podcast, open a short story, and keep your notebook nearby. When everything is easy to find, it's easier to start. Okay, my friend, consistency is like planting a tree. You water it each day. You don't see big changes at first, but one day you look up and it's grown. You've got this. Just keep going. Keep practicing and keep believing in yourself.
So, let's begin with a question. What does it really mean to speak like a native? Many learners believe it means speaking with perfect grammar, using advanced vocabulary, or sounding exactly like someone from the UK, the US, or Australia. But the truth is, that's not what it means. Speaking like a native does not mean using big, difficult words. It does not mean speaking very fast, and it definitely does not mean losing your own voice or your own identity. To speak like a native means something much simpler. It means speaking in a way that is natural, relaxed, and real, which means not like a textbook, but like a human being. In fact, many native speakers do not speak perfectly. They make small grammar mistakes. They stop and restart their sentences. They use simple, short phrases. They often speak in an informal way, and that is okay. What makes their speaking sound native is not perfection. It's the flow, the tone, the use of real, everyday English. Okay, now that we understand what speak like a native really means, let's take a closer look at what native English speakers actually do when they speak. What makes their speech sound natural and easy to understand? Native English speakers almost always use contractions in daily conversation. A contraction is a shorter form of two words. So instead of saying, "I am very tired today," a native speaker would usually say, "I'm very tired today." It's quicker, it's smoother, and it sounds more relaxed. Using contractions helps your English sound more like natural speech. Instead of saying, "I am," say, "I'm." Instead of saying, "You are," say, "You're." Instead of saying "she is," say "she's." Also, native speakers don't always use long, formal sentences. In fact, they often say just a few words, but those words carry a lot of meaning. These short, natural phrases help conversations feel relaxed and real. Here are some common examples. The first one is "sounds good." This means "I agree. That plan or idea is fine with me. Sounds good." Another one is "no way." This means "really? I can't believe it." It often shows surprise or disbelief. No way. Then there's "I'm in." This means I want to join or participate. I'm in. Next one, "hang on." This means wait a moment. Hang on. A useful phrase is "all set." This means I'm ready. Everything is prepared. Next, "got it," which means I understand. Another very common one is "will do." This means I will do that. This is usually in response to a request. Then "I'm out." This means I'm not joining, I'm leaving, or I'm not interested. I'm out. The next one, "my bad." This means that was my mistake. I'm sorry. As simple as that. Another is "fair enough." This is very common, and it means that makes sense. I accept your point. Fair enough. And another, "no worries." This is very common, and it means it's okay or don't worry about it. Sometimes it means you're welcome. No worries. So these are small expressions, but they are very common. They are used every day with friends, at work, in shops, or on the phone. Learning these real-life phrases will help you sound more natural and fluent. Now, let's talk about pronunciation. In English, some words are said strongly, and others are said softly or quickly. Listen to this sentence. "I don't want to go there." The important words in this sentence are stressed, are said strongly. Don't, go. The smaller words like I, to, and there are said more softly or quickly. This rhythm gives English a natural music. But please don't worry about being perfect. Just start noticing the rhythm when you listen. Over time, your own speech will become smoother too. The first step is noticing the rhythm and noticing the stress. Here is the next point. Native English speakers often connect words when they speak quickly. This is called connected speech. Instead of saying each word clearly, they blend the words together. For example, "what do you think" becomes "what do you think?" "I'm going to go now" becomes "I'm gonna go now." You don't have to speak like this right away, but it helps to recognize it when you hear it. And when you're ready, you can try using connected speech to make your speaking sound more fluent.
ثانية واحدة، تعرف ان 90% من طلابنا قدروا يتكلموا اللغة الإنجليزية بعد 3 شهور بس؟ أكتر من 1,800,000,000 شخص حول العالم بيتكلموا اللغة الإنجليزية. مش نفسك تبقى واحد منهم؟ في كورس فلوينت إنجو بنساعدك انك تكسر حاجز الخوف وتتكلم اللغة الإنجليزية في 3 شهور بس، وده من خلال محاضرة أسبوعية على تطبيق زوم. ومش بس كده، معاك مدرس مخصوص كل يوم على مدار الأسبوع بيتواصل معاك عن طريق واتساب أو من خلال مكالمة أو من خلال فيديو كول، وكل مهمته ان هو يخليك تمارس اللغة الإنجليزية يوميا. وبخصم 50% على أول 100 طالب هتقدر تحقق حلمك وتتكلم اللغة الإنجليزية بطلاقة. يلا مستني ايه؟ رابط الحجز هتلاقيه في الوصف أو في أول تعليق.
Here's the next point. Native English speakers use language that fits the moment. They don't speak like a textbook. They speak like real people with real feelings. They say things like, "It's up to you," which means you decide, or "I'll catch you later," which means see you later, or "That's not my thing," which means I don't like it, or "You nailed it," which means you did it perfectly. Learning these everyday phrases helps you sound more like a native speaker, and it also helps you understand them better when you listen. So, what can you learn from native speakers? Here is a quick summary. They use contractions like I'm, she's, there. They speak in short, natural phrases. They use rhythm and stress to guide the meaning. They connect words when they speak quickly. And they use real-life expressions, not just formal grammar. Start by noticing. Start by listening. And then, little by little, try these habits in your own speaking. At a store, you can say, "I'm just looking, thanks," or "How much is this?" or "Do you have this in a medium?" At a cafe, you can say, "Can I get a coffee to go?" or "I'll have a latte, please." On the phone, you can say, "Can I call you back?" or "Sorry, bad connection," or "Let me put you on speaker." But here's the key, my friend. You should start slowly. Write these phrases down. Read them out loud. Practice them until they feel familiar. Great job today. You didn't just listen, you practiced real English. These short, natural phrases are what native speakers use every day, and now you can too. You can notice them in what you listen to. Remember, the key to sounding like a native speaker is not using big words, it's using real phrases in real situations with real emotion. If you enjoyed this episode, go back and listen again. Shadow the phrases. Pause. Repeat. Make them part of your daily English routine. This is Fluent Ingo, and I'm Mohammed. Keep listening, keep speaking, and keep unleashing your English. Bye for now.
خوارزميات اليوتيوب بتقول ان الفيديو ده هيعجبك، خش اتفرج عليه.